All right, what's up, guys? So this morning I took three trades. Three trades right here. I jumped in on CLEU. This thing kind of like started moving up. I'm expecting it to break through goal time, and it's not. So I jumped out very quick. As soon as I jumped out, this thing took a dump, massive dump. So almost got me. Almost got me. And then SFET jumped in at 297, and then 294, this thing just like I took a loss. So it is what it is. Let's pull that one up. SFET right there. So basically, yeah, this was another one. Um, I jumped in right here expecting it to fly up to go time, and it just fell. Hey, there was nothing really like good to trade today, so um, you know, sometimes you're gonna have slow days. And then ARTL, pull that one up. ARTL. So this one right here was jumping above go time. I ended up jumping right here, right there. I was trying to see if it's gonna go up above this level, and to see if it's gonna hold above this level, because it had some good um support right there, resistance right there, and then obviously resistance becomes support. So I was trying to see if it's gonna go above go time, and as soon as it popped up here, I jumped in, and I ended up selling up there. So I jumped in at 323, ended up selling at 337. So not the biggest day, but it is what it is, man. Ups and downs, right? Ups and downs. So 2 wins, 1 loss, and still came out ahead, which is pretty good. So can't complain. Um, let's pull this up really quick. Just walked away with 800 bucks. So that was it for today. Let me play this video so you guys can kind of see what happened. Let's pull this up. So CLEU was the first one. Let's close this out. Oh, and the other day, let me pull this back up. I didn't really post this video, but the other day, um, you guys can see I ended up with 16 grand on this one. Like, I traded the morning, which was the first 2 minutes. But then later on, my scanner was on. I forgot to turn it off. Then my scanner started going off. ANCN kept making big moves. So I pulled it up, and this thing was just on fire. So I was hitting my hotkeys like crazy. So I was buying like 20,000 shares, 24,000 shares right there. And then I bought another 20,000 shares there. And then I bought another 12,000 shares. And I ended up with 16 grand. And man, that was a good day. That was good the other day. So, yeah, I didn't really post that one because I posted the morning, which was BPTH. I traded BPTH that morning. But yeah, I ended up with 16 grand. So let's close this out. Let's look at the video. Let's see what and look, now this thing is going back up. All right, so let's play the video real quick. So I'm looking to see if it's gonna go above this level, and I want to make sure this level holds because there's nothing really. I mean, nothing looks strong. So I jump in here, and I'm waiting for it to explode. It went up to 980, it started coming down. As soon as it came down, I sold. I just sold very quickly because it just looks like it's not strong enough. It just looks like it wasn't strong enough, so I just got out. And as you can see, that was a good decision because it ended up slamming way down. So I could have took a massive loss right there. Look at that. So now I'm looking at the scanner. Trade ideas. If you guys don't have trade ideas, again, go ahead and you know pick up trade ideas. So then let's move this to the side. So then SFET ended up popping on the scanner. I was looking at a couple other stocks. Um, I was watching ATRL, but it wasn't ready yet. So I was trying to find something that's ready to go. So I'm going back and forth. Let's fast forward this a little bit. Okay, so this is when SFET is about to pop up on the scanner. So yeah, it's popping up on the scanner. So I'm looking above this area right there to jump in. So I'm looking above this area here to jump in. And I see volume is picking up. So I want to see if it's gonna break that $3 area. Because most people they trade, 250s, like 50-cent increments, 250, $3. See, I didn't want to chase it because it already made this move, so I had to wait for it to pull back. So now I'm trying to see if it goes above or if it's approaching that $3 area so I could jump in. But I wanted to make sure this area holds. I didn't want to, get dumped on like the last one, which was ARTL. This thing just dumped. If you see, it just took a dump. So I wanted to make sure this area holds before I jump in. So I'm watching this pullback. I want to make sure um I want to make sure this area holds, and I want to make sure volume starts kicking in before I jump in. So I'm just watching it patiently, just watching it. Now, if it goes above this $3 area, I want to jump in and ride it all the way up to go time. Again, nothing is really strong. It's just a weak day today. Today's very weak, so I'll just now, as you can see, I just jumped in, and typically when I jump in, I expect an explosion. And you can see the volume is just not growing. It's growing very, very slow. And I'm like, oh boy, it's about to take a dump. I gave it a chance. Don't say I didn't give you a chance, SFET. So I sold right there. And as soon as I sold, it took a dump. So good thing I sold right there. It's just whenever you jump into a stock, if it's not immediately making big gains, you want to just get out. Better safe than sorry. So because of that, I got out. And now I went back to look at CLEU to see if it actually went back up. It's not going back up. So it's just a weak day today, and I probably shouldn't have forced these trades. But sometimes you want to make profits, and you end up taking the risk. All right, so now ARTL is popping up on the scanner. And I want to see how strong this thing is first because the first two was pretty weak. So now I identified the area that I want to jump in. Well, I want to make sure that it holds that area, but then I see volume kicking in hard, so I just jumped in above go time, and now it's stalling on me. So now I don't want the thing to dump. So as soon as it popped up, I'm selling. As soon as it popped up, I'm selling, and as you can see, as soon as I sold, this thing just starts taking a dump. And good thing I sold right there. So that was it. That was it for the day. As you can see, ARTL just ended up going down. CLU never did anything. And that was it. Typically I'm done within the first 2-3 minutes of trading. If I see that like 5, 6, 7 minutes later, it's just giving me a hard time. I'd rather sit out on a slow day because on a hot day, you can make a lot more way faster. So for me, I'd rather just like sit out, and then when it's a hot day, then I whip out the guns and I start blazing. It's just how I do it. But that's it. It's just a weak day. It's just not strong. So I call it quits early. So um, $800 is not bad for the day. So these are my trades. I jumped in. And let's pull this up. So basically, I jumped in at 9:49 again. I jumped out at 9:58. Um, Jumped in again on SFET at 297. Jumped out at 294. So I took a 3-cent loss there. And then I jumped in here on ARTL at 323. Sold at 327. And that was it. So now look, this thing is moving back up. But it looks like there's some pressure right here, some selling pressure right around this area here. So hopefully it breaks above. But I'm done for the day. I'm not, I don't want to sit here and lose money when it's not a hot day, So I call it quits. All right, guys. And don't forget, man, you guys have the Trade Ideas link right below. Let's close this off, actually. Let's do this. So, you guys have the link to Trade Ideas. How am I finding these stocks? Look, ARTL, CLEU. These things were right there on the scanner. And then as soon as the bell rings, You can see it's telling me what's happening. SFET was popping up on the scanner, so that's why I pulled it up. So it's telling me what's moving real time. So that's why I rely on this thing. See, SFET again. That's why I ended up taking that trade. I was looking at this one, but it just wasn't enough volume. But yeah, that's about it. All right, guys. Try to keep it short. Go ahead and comment below if you guys have any questions. And then if you have like, if you want to learn how to do this, go ahead and email me. We'll go ahead and set you up. And then, yeah, any other questions, feel free to send me an email. I'll talk to you guys soon. All right.